As technology gets better and better these days, it's even easier to pull together a home audio studio for you to create your content at home and you to push your own brand from the comfort of your own sofa. Today we're going to deep dive into 11 tips on how to set up your own home studio. Hello, I'm Alan Spicer and this is another tutorial from Open Mic UK on artist development. Number 1, set up your studio desk. Your desk is the hub of all of your equipment. Make sure you've got a space where you can put up your computer, your monitors, your microphone, everything that you'll need to record. Some desks already exist with spaces for equipment in mind, or you can customize your own. Most desks will do. Just make sure it's steady, sturdy, and can hold all of your equipment. 2, get a computer. Now this goes without saying, a computer is the thing that will crunch your audio tracks. This is the thing that you can pull in samples and write things and record things into. I personally have a Dell XPS 15 that I mass edit all of my videos for my social media, and it's quite a beast. Some people rely on Macs. I'm a PC person, but at the end of the day what you need is a device that can crunch the software that you need to edit the audio files or to pull in the samples and render the things that you need. Don't be caught up in brand loyalty, focus on the specifications on what you need. A good starting base is around about 8 GB of RAM. I personally have 32 for video editing, but I do very large video edits. A minimum of an i5 or an i7 Intel core, and a minimum of 256 GB of storage. This truly is a minimum, and I personally would suggest from my tech background that if that is the minimum, you go for an SSD because they will render faster. This beast, for example, 32 gigs of RAM, it's an i9. It has 1 TB worth of SSD storage and it slices through 4K footage like butter. But what you would need to be focusing on mainly is HD, which is 1080p, which is standard. There's plenty of second-hand laptops out there that will do this for you. Have a look at eBay, have a look at recommissioned ones on Amazon, or if you have the funding behind you, then step into a store somewhere or do your research online. I know that I spent around about £2 on this laptop, but I know that this is an investment in my career going forward, and it's already earned its money back in the career that I do. So rest assured that you may need to drop a bit of money, but know that it would last longer if you do. 3, download recording software. After all, this recording software helps you import all the audio that you're making, all of the tracks, the files, and then it helps you compile things together. Some people swear on things like Logic Pro X. It's created and exclusive to Apple and is fairly easy to use even though it's a very complex software. Try Ableton Live. This takes a completely different approach and this allows you to work non-linearly. Originally created for live performances and offers loads of features including looping, playback, live effects, DJing and even launching clips. GarageBand or GarageBand, depending on, you know, what side of the ocean you happen to live on. This is free with most Apple devices. I believe you can even download it for a small fee on things like Android. It's a streamlined version of Logic Pro X, a good way to get your foot in the door. Reaper. This is available on PC and Mac and a great price. It's very popular with many people, it's even got a growing user base. PreSonus Studio One, compatible with Mac and PC devices. Once again, rapidly growing in popularity and helps with songwriting and requires minimal technical knowledge to get started. 4, get an audio interface. An audio interface is an external sound card and enables you to record audio, you know, pull it into your computer. Voice, instrument, any microphone really. If you play your own guitar and you sing, you might not need that many inputs. So, gives you a chance to have a look and sift through what you need. Some good things for this is like Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, Universal Audio Apollo Twin, Mark II Duo, PreSonus Audio Box i1, Audient ID4, and I'm sure there'll be a blog down below listing all of these as well. 5, set up home studio monitors. These greatly improve your mixing and audio performance. If your audio isn't up to scratch, it can be a nightmare in the mixing stage. You get the audio right in the first place, there's a hell of a lot less legwork you need to do at the other end. Very much like recording on video. Like, if all you could hear was banging and screaming and arguments next door and a hoover, then there's a lot of audio work that I'd need to do. Instead, at the moment, I'm sat in my office with the window open, so maybe you can hear the birds and that's about it. Yamaha KRK Rocket, the Mackie CR3 are a few examples of these. Once again, there'll be a link to the blog which describes these better. And if you do invest in these, remember to pay attention to the audio quality, the the sounding, the acoustics in your room, because it will pick up every fine detail. 6, buy studio headphones. Now, if your room isn't professionally treated, the headphones might help you, because smaller mixers might help you with the home-based environment, but the headphones might limit all the nastiness that's in the room if you haven't soundproofed it properly. You know, these are the big padded ones are normally best. You can get noise cancelling as well. I even use them for video editing. 7, get a condenser microphone. We recommend a condenser microphone because it's one of the best things that you can do to capture vocal performances. And a good microphone really is the centerpiece of any recording equipment studio. It goes without saying that buying a decent microphone could be the making or breaking of a recording. You want your vocals to shine, so choose your microphone very carefully. Just like your laptop, this purchase could be an investment. You're spending a lot of money knowing that in the long run it will pay you back for using it because it's a better quality. Try Newman, Rode. Once again, links in the description down below to a blog that describes these ones better, all of which, by the way, can be found quite easily on Amazon and places like that as well. Or go into forums and Facebook groups and ask for advice and recommendations on microphones. 8, set up acoustic panels. These are panels that can go around microphones. These are things that go on walls, anything that breaks up the audio outside of the microphone. The reason for this is that it doesn't bounce back, it doesn't pollute the sounds, and it focuses everything where it needs to be, the microphone. 9, now if you are setting up a home studio, it may be best for going for the smaller equipment to start with. This gives you a chance to practice in your own environment, your own space, maybe even away from personal anxiety or performance anxiety, but because it's a home environment, the smaller equipment means it fits easier somewhere, or could be packed away easier somewhere, rather than, you know, buying big professional things that you might need to rent a warehouse for. Don't make the mistake, you don't have to buy everything at once. Slowly improve your quality, improve your practice. It's very much like a YouTube channel. I invest my time, my expertise in getting better and better and slowly upgrading the equipment around me. The more you do it, the more you gain skill, the more you understand how to use that thing and what you need with it to improve you, your skill and your end product. 10, based on the acoustic panels previously, try and soundproof your room. Now, once again, I'm doing a poor job of this. I'm sat in my office, I've got a window open because it's way too hot. You may hear the birds from the background, but what you can do to soundproof things is pay attention to the flat spaces around you. I do not have a desk in front of me, so I'm not banging things. There's not a solid wall in front of me, so it's not echoing back. You can always put sheets up that will break sound waves, so therefore when it hits it, it doesn't bounce back off of things. It's a rather small room with a fair few things in it, so there's lots of stuff to bounce off of. Whereas if you're in a warehouse in the corner, there's a lot of room for it to spread out in, to echo back in and sound empty in. In fact, you could even make your own little vocal booth. If you've got a cupboard somewhere or a corner that you can just tent off, the smaller the better, the less echoes you can get. Just make sure you're comfortable in it as well. 11, headphone setup. Just like with me and my editing environment, when I come to YouTube videos, I always have a decent pair of headphones, because this way I can be in my own bubble and continue to work. Now, if you've got a home studio and you've made your music, you can still have your own headphones, be in your own bubble and mix your own music, use your own laptop, write your own content, put it on here, create the next masterpiece, all from the little bubble inside your own headphones. We understand that you may not be in a professional environment, so you can't always just play it around the massive speakers in the room. So if you've got your own little massive speakers on your head, you can control the environment, you can listen to every note, no matter where you are. Hotel rooms, trains, hidden in a spare bedroom whilst your 4-year-old's downstairs making a huge noise. Doesn't matter, because you've got your own little audio experience right here. Now, for more tips to expand your music career, to learn how to perform, or how to look after your voice and eat better, there's a playlist here of many, many tips. Remember to subscribe for regular, weekly YouTube videos that will help you on your artist journey, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.